in United States, but also in France, where I grew up. I came to live in Venice 3 years ago as coordinator of teacher training. My past was in art history, and I also like a lot history of school, of teaching, of pedagogy, and this creative pedagogy program of ECA was a perfect fit for me to work in since 3 years with Alexandra Lacoeur, who is with us, who is our executive director. The administrative center of European Cultural Academy is in Amsterdam. The executive center of ECA is in Amsterdam, Venice, and Barcelona. Our principal, let's say, place to be is Venice, because we work with Biennale, the contemporary art exhibition, and also with museums of Venice. So it's in Venice that was born our course, and we expanded to Amsterdam and Barcelona when teachers wanted to come back. So what I would like to do tonight, in just 1 hour, is to introduce the activities of ECA related to educators and teachers, so to you, and thank you for being here. But before that, to talk a little bit about Erasmus+. I will do that in 15 minutes, and then leave the floor to my colleague, Alan Roger, who is one of the trainers in Venice. Then we will have almost half an hour for questions done by you, asked by you. You can ask them in the chat or by video audio, as you want. So, European Cultural Academy was born in 2016 by the will of Alexandra and Maria Lacoeur, who designed a teacher training on creative pedagogy. The goal of these trainings is to say that all teachers have to educate their kids to be creative, and we can do that through arts. When I say all teachers, it means all levels, from kindergarten to high school, and most of all, for all disciplines, art, science, language, etc. ECA was born with that will, and we specialize in 3 things, not only for teachers: art teaching, contemporary art lectures. The course is called Biennale Revealed. Architecture for university students, and teacher training. So what we're going to talk tonight about is teacher training. We work with Erasmus+. What does that mean? So now I'll talk a little bit about the funding and how to come to us, all expenses covered by the European Union. The European Union gives every year, you may know that, a lot of money to enhance teachers to do mobilities. Mobilities, that means that you change, like in a normal Erasmus, you change country and you go for a training in another country that is not yours. You can go there to watch as a job shadowing how the other countries work. That is not what we do. Or to go and take a training. That is what we do. So these mobilities are funded by EU. EU has an agency in Brussels, and then gives this money every year to national agencies. So the first thing we recommend, and that is on the document I shared with you, is that you look on our step-by-step guide, the link to national agencies. You find the one in your country, and you get in touch with the people who will help you ask for funding. They will tell you that next call is February 20. So from now on, you have 1 month to prepare the application. This application, you can do it as a school principal, as an independent teacher, but also, and maybe it's the best, as a group of teachers of your school. Because for training, you can come, for our part, you can come up to 20 teachers from the same school. For a EU, you can ask the funding as a group, as many as you want. This funding is done, it can be done in 2 parts. One is the short-term project that lasts 1.5 years, from 9 to 18 months, 1.5 years maximum. What EU asks you is to say something countryside, we don't have access to museums. You say what you miss, and they say, okay, you can go to a training in ECA. That is a short-term project, and we suggest and recommend, and that is what happens, that you come for training for starters at the beginning of your development plan, the development project, so then you can work on it during 9 months, 9 to 18 months. That's the short-term project you can ask before February 20. You can also ask for accreditation. Accreditation is a kind of the same type of application, a bit longer, a bit more complex, but it gives you the opportunity to go various time in mobility. It lasts, if you ask it now, until 2027. Accreditation is a budget voted by EU every 6 years. So now we are in the time period from 2021 to 2027. That you can also ask before February 20, and you have all the useful links in our step-by-step guide. I think that's quite all for how to ask for Erasmus+. I will just end with the fact that you must submit the online form. Everything is detailed in our guide. The online form before 12 Central European time on February 20, and you will get the results 2 months after. So normally it's in between end of April, beginning of May, and then you can come to us, then you write to us, oh, we had funding for 5 people in our school, and you can come since June 1st. Mobilities start June 1st. You look at our calendar and you decide when to come. So normally it's on your holidays, you have to come. That depends on your principal, and that you can see with us. One very important thing for us is that if you are more than 12 teachers, we can organize training in periods that are outside of our calendar. So basically you can come any time of the year if you are 12 or more. If you are less than 12, you can subscribe to sessions that are already open, where we have already people coming. That's about all for Erasmus+, but I'm here to answer your questions after about the application. Second thing, so ECA teacher training. What do all our courses have in common? They last 6 days, from Monday morning to Saturday at the middle of the day. They cost 660 euros per participant per week. That includes all labs, all museum visits, all workshops. And they are on creative pedagogy. As I said, our focus is on how to make your children be more creative by giving you ideas of games, exercises, way to teach your discipline through arts. So through arts, it means through a lot of types of arts. And here I will a little bit detail what we do in different cities. In Venice, we talk about visual arts, and I always recommend to start by Venice when you come to us. Visual art, that means that on the first 2 days, you visit 2 museums. One is of ancient art, medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque. In Venice, we have Gallerie dell'Accademia. You visit Guggenheim collection, that you maybe know, Peggy Guggenheim, with her invention of the 20th century through Magritte, Dali, Pollock, all these painters, and also sculptures. But when Biennale is open, you visit also Biennale. So what is Biennale? Biennale is a contemporary art show, one of the biggest and most prestigious in the world, most of all for its it takes half the city of Venice, but also for its length, because Biennale lasts 6 months. It opens from April to November. It is called Biennale because it alternates between architecture and visual arts. So this year, for example, so in 2024, the 20th of April, it is going to be Visual Arts Biennale that opens. That is the gathering of the most important living artists chosen by country. There are in pavilions of the Biennale that you will visit with us. And when Biennale is open, we go twice to Biennale. We give you time to discover it at first and rediscover it on the last day. To give you an example, an Irish school from Cork last year won the European Creative Teaching, Creative Education Award after a project based on the Venice Biennale, after coming by us, and we're very happy about that. So that's the common thing of creative pedagogy in Venice. You work on visual arts. Then in the afternoon, you do labs with educators and workshops with artists, meetings, and etc. What we like is that you go away on Friday night and Saturday morning with a clear project that you present to your peers. So you do a presentation of exercises, work plan that you can apply immediately in your classroom when you come back. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is about theater, improv theater. As we say, we don't need you to know art history to come in Venice, and we don't need you to know improv theater to come in Amsterdam. It is a basic introduction of how to use tools of improvisation in your classroom. Third city, Barcelona. So just to say, in Amsterdam, you also go to two museums. Visual arts are also implied in Amsterdam. Barcelona, the course is called Art, School, and the City. And it is about how to work with your kids about urban space. So you see street art, architecture museums, you see the architecture in Barcelona, and you do workshops about that in Barcelona. I said this very quickly, but you can find everything on the website. I will show you very quickly how to go there. Here is our website. The main page, you go to educators. As I told you, we have many branches: art, architecture, and educators. So educators, this is you, teaching through art. And I just told you about teaching and learning through art in Venice, as you see here. I told you also about Amsterdam, storytelling. Where is it? Here. Storytelling, teaching through art and theater. And Barcelona, art, school, and the city. I leave you to this website. You can play with it because, as you see, these courses are in English, but we also have the same courses in Italian and in French. That is very important to know. In the three cities, we give the courses in the three languages, and we also have the opportunity to give them in Spanish, but it's quite an on-demand thing. The other courses on demand are the ones you will find in Venice. Creativity for teachers of foreign language, that is specific for language teachers. It's the same methodology as the general training, but on visual thinking strategies for languages. Singing in English, music at school, it is for teachers who want to prepare choirs, who want to work with music. And creative and digital, same thing. It is about creativity and platform, digital platform, how to face the digital with and through art. Last one, and then I will shut up. Okay, now? Good. Okay. Sorry. I hope you didn't lose anything. The last two words were about the website. So you look for the courses that interest you. The dates of the courses are all in each page. We are now taking subscriptions for the last spots available in February, if you already have Erasmus Plus funding, and also for April. Now, I will leave floor to Alan Rogers, who is our trainer in Venice, and he will talk for 10 minutes about his course he does with us.
Hello, everybody. It's good to see so many people in the room. I'll just give you a general overview. Firstly, I'll introduce myself, and then I'll just give you a general overview of the course, because we don't have that long together. And I think there'll be lots of questions from you as well. So my name's Alan Rogers. I'm a practicing artist. It's a professional artist, so it's good to start there. That I actually still keep working, exhibiting, making works of art. But I'm also an arts educator, and I've worked professionally as an arts educator for 40 years. So from the late 1980s onwards. And in that time, I've worked with both primary school age children, with secondary school students, with college students, university students, and students of the third age. So the whole range of types of students that it's possible to have. As part of that work as an arts educator, I ran the course in art education at the University of Wales during the 90s. And we had, at that time, developed a course, how to learn through art in the classroom, how to make use of museum visits, and how to use art in teaching. So it's not a subject that's new to me, and I've been working on it for many, many years. I have a long continuing interest in it. As for the course itself, when you come to us in Venice, it's short. It's 5 or 6 days. You can't do everything in 5 or 6 days, but we hope generally to be able to leave you with the seeds of something that you can do for the next year. So that the end of the course, you're already beginning to work on things that you can use throughout your teaching in the next semester and throughout the next year. The course in general moves in a particular way, in that the first couple of days, it's about you. It's focused on you. It's you as a learner. It's you as a student. So and that's really nice for teachers to take a break from being a teacher, stop thinking about the classroom, to start to think about how you absorb experiences, what do you see, how do you document what you see, how do you reflect upon that, and how do you make sense of it. So all the inputs, if you like, are towards the beginning of that week of study. The visits to the Biennale, the visits to the Guggenheim, to the Academy, are all done then. Plus you get the chance to meet another working, living artist who's going to take you through the details of what it's like to be a professional in that thing. We move through reflection towards structuring something for the classroom, for your classroom or your students or your situation. And that something at the end could be just simply one lesson, or it might be a term of lessons, or a curriculum, or a whole year's worth of material. It depends on you and how experienced you are. As Sarah said, we're open to everybody. And I particularly like working with non-art specialists. So if you're a mathematician, if you teach agriculture, if you teach applied sciences, etc., that's the challenge, is to try and use more creativity within what you're doing. And that's something I really like doing, working like that. Or I like working with art teachers from different disciplines, from music, from creative writing, from dance, etc. So it's not just art teachers. It very much is for all teachers to get something out of it. As we move towards the end of the week, there are some practical lessons. So some painting, some drawing, some making. It's very important that your responses are also actually physical as well as mental and through writing. And then as we move towards the end of the week, you end up preparing something that you're going to take back to your classroom and presenting that to your peers and then assessing it. So that's the way the course kind of generally moves through 5 or 6 days. I think I want to stop there. That's great. That's absolutely fine.
Thank you. I take the moment before questions to introduce you to our how do you say factotum in Latin? Marion is in charge of invoicing, organization of the weeks. She lives in Venice and she will answer to almost all your emails in the next month. So let's see, and she's also now looking at the chat. Let's see what questions start. You can open your mic or maybe ask it by chat. Ci sono già domande? Can you repeat? Okay, I see the one, Nicole Caruana. Can you repeat about cultural heritage course? Yes, thank you. I was very quick on that. This course has been designed by University of Venice. It was my will because we had the questions from teachers who came for the Teaching Through Art course to have something more deep about Venetian art history. So the course is visits to churches where there's altarpieces and artwork, and 2 visits to Galleria dell'Accademia, which is a very big museum. So we like to go twice. And they are oriented on not much creative pedagogy, but art history, okay? You have more or less 20 hours of training of lessons during the week. Some of the lessons are at night, so you can go to museums per day. Let's fish another question here. Thank you for saying you couldn't hear. I hope I will share again the step-by-step guide, of course. So, question about the price. All our courses are cost 660 euros per participant per week. This covers workshops, lectures, meeting with artists, and all museum visits you do with us. It is 35 hours of training, more or less 15 in a museum and 20 with the trainer in our place, which is here. So students of every age can participate. Is it right? Thank you, Nunzia. So what we call our students are teachers, all educators, pedagogical counselor, head of education, principals of schools. We do courses not for kids or students, but for teachers. I hope this is we don't want kids. Aspetta, allora, can apply to the project people that currently are not teaching in any school institution? Yes, you can apply for Erasmus Plus adult education or youth workers, okay? There are different types of projects. The one I talked about is for school education because it's the 99% of people we have are school teachers. But if you're not officially in a school, you can apply as a youth worker. You can also come by yourself. It will be in your expenses. With Erasmus Plus, you have everything covered, your trip, your stay in the city you choose, and a per diem to eat. And the course also is covered. So if you want to come by your expenses, that is what you will have to cover. Victoria, do you also offer workshop in Italian? Yes, but yes, we have them, but not in Venice, because as it is European mobilities, we have them in Barcelona and in Amsterdam. Yes.
Would anybody like to ask a question on open mic?
So we hear you. We don't feel so alone. You have to press on the mic button if you want to talk. So I start again with Claudio as the question. What is the deadline for enrolling Venice in July? Thank you. So you can write to us now and we pre-register you're willing to come. If you want to have Erasmus Plus funding, you have to participate to this call that is from now, that is now open until 20th of February. So you have to submit your application before 20th of February, and then you can come in July, because results will be for mobility starting 1st of June.
Do you have to write the Erasmus application?
Do we help to write Erasmus Plus application? No, unfortunately, as an educational center, we don't have the right to do so. But in our step-by-step guide, you will find many help, a lot of help, and also look for pedagogical counselors in your cities and in your countries through your national agency. For Erasmus Plus teachers who already have another project at the moment to submit, and Carozzo Paola, I think yes.
Mi scusi, è muto di nuovo. It's mute your microphone again. Sorry, I can't hear you because your microphone is mute.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
Can you hear us? We can't hear you.
I'll start again. About the question that Erasmus Plus that gives 80 euro per day, and we cost a little bit more. Yes, because our courses include higher cost activities, which are museums, biennale, contemporary shows, and workshop with artists. And very qualified trainers. So what has always happened is that you have an organizational budget, a travel budget, and these two are higher than what you actually spend. So you can slittare. You can
move the money from one to the other.
Move the money from one to the other. At the worst case scenario, we always told teachers that the worst would be that they have to pay 80 euros themselves, but this never happened. No. This never happened because everybody gets the funding and gets paid for everything. Nuncia, what must we do to come with Erasmus and none by our own money? Thank you. So on the 20th of February, the Erasmus Plus call that you will find in the attachment, I just send it again, in our step-by-step guide will close. So to come with Erasmus Plus, you have to log in before February 20 and prepare an application. You have 1 month, you fully have time to do it, and you have to prepare an application to ask for a mobility for teacher training. This one, sto rispondendo tutto io. Therefore, I could apply to a Venice course as private teachers and pay. Yes, absolutely. It is something that we do for teachers non-European. Teachers from Canada, United States come to us and they get mixed with you and they come to their own expenses. So, Erminia, being my school Italian, can we apply for the Venice course or is it advised to apply just for the courses abroad? Yes, this is an issue. With Erasmus Plus, you can just apply for the courses abroad. But I know that in Italy you have carta docente, finanziamenti di mobilità nazionali, finanziamenti regionali, regional funding that will allow to come to Venice.
Is it allowed? Someone said, Dana has said, is it allowed to unmute and ask a question? Of course it is.
Sure, Dana.
Please do.
I will ask in the meanwhile, Michelle Van Ders, at what time of the year do most teachers come? Thank you. I didn't have time to come on the calendar. If you want, I will show it briefly to you. But please unmute yourself for questions whenever you want. Eh? So,
Hello, can you hear me?
here is our yearly calendar. Can you see this? Ah, you want to unmute? Demandez à réactiver le son. We're trying to unmute you, Maria.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, no, I can do it.
You might have to unmute everybody.
I will finish with the calendar while we try to solve the technical issue. So our courses are on the principal. Now you can see the calendar. Yes, you can find it on our website. Eh? The principal holidays here. I hope you can hear me. So are February, 2 weeks in February, April, 2 weeks in April, and October, 2 weeks in October. Ah, sorry, yes. And in the middle, there's July. Here are the principal dates of our courses. Let's try to talk with someone. You are 200 logged in. It's going to be difficult.
Hello.
I see Maria.
Can you hear me?
So strange.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Ah, eccoti. Perfetto.
Okay. Okay, nice. Thank you so much for your time. And this question is mainly about the Erasmus funding. Is it possible to be funded not only for 1 week, but for more? Because I am really interested in the different topics that you address in each, like everything. So, yeah, I just wanted to know that.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't know this. I think yes, but I don't know if it's in one short-term project that you can ask for 3-week mobilities.
Okay.
But before submitting your form, you should clarify this point with your national agency. So you say, should I ask for an accreditation? Because for that, for sure, you can come 3 times. Accreditation is this funding that is until 2027. So that means you can come once in 2024, 25, and 26.
And this is more about as an individual. At the moment, I am an individual. I used to be a teacher, everything, but I just want, it's, yeah.
Okay, so you
So
can
there's
ask funding as an adult, the adult short-term project, or the youth worker. But every time the form is different, you still have 1 month and 5 days to submit it. So I think you have time to ask this question. I think it's very important that you do the 3 steps.
Okay, perfecto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't answer better. You know your national agency in Spain?
No, I'm not in Spain. I'm based in Berlin.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I'm from Spain.
Okay.
So that makes it more tricky, but I will find it.
No. In Germany, they are very active. You can write to them. So on the step-by-step guide I shared, the first link is all national agencies of Europe. So you type Germany and you have the direct contact phone, email of the center.
Perfecto. Gracias, Mili.
Gente. Maybe Jurga?
Jurga.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Jurga.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Fine, thank
Thanks.
you.
So I'm Jurga from Lithuania. Thank you for your information about your courses, and our school received some information about your courses you provide. So mostly the courses we are interested in, that would be about creative and digital pedagogy of attention and today's technology. And this is these courses, as far as I know, is the only one which is not connected with art, or not?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
Thank you. I will talk a little bit about this one. The course about heritage and about digital are the 2 courses that are a little bit outsiders in our portfolio. Why? Because we thought it was important to offer them, but it's more difficult to find groups of teachers that come to take these courses. The digital has been designed by a philosophy teacher of a French school that did an excellent seminar for his colleagues on how to face the title is, he stays 5 hours on the video game, but can concentrate 15 minutes in the classroom. So what this teacher of philosophy did is a theory of pedagogy of attention. He says that digital platforms study attention, give awards to the person who goes on and on with the video game, no? And these awards, we have to be conscious of how they have been studying to raise consumers of our society. And we say, we don't raise consumers, we raise creative children. So creativity is very present in the digital course, but through techniques of digital platforms. So you get to know them, and actually the educator does a treasure hunt into Venice. So you get to know Venice, you get to get lost in Venice mostly. But what we want to do is create a game that is not about these awards and attention issues, but more about creativity. I hope that's clear. But the challenge for us as ECA of this course is that we don't have many demands. So that is why we say that this course and the heritage course are on demand for groups of more than 12. So it's basically our job to put together 12 teachers and make you come to Venice to do it. So I'm very happy you're interested in that. And I hope this course is going to happen again soon, because you want to come.
Yeah, we're going to apply for this course for Erasmus one in February. But definitely, unfortunately, we won't get the fund. For 12 people, that would be for 4 people the most, I think.
Yes, you wrote to me this morning.
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I wrote. Yeah.
So basically, what I would like to do is to keep your contact and to find other 10 people who want to come to put you together. But that takes some time, and we usually confirm a session 3 months before it happens, so you can organize your travel and your stay in the city.
So I checked your calendar, and there are only 2 dates. That this coming February, I think, and it will end the end of October and the beginning of November, I think.
Exactly, because end of October is when we have most teachers. So we put this date on the calendar, hoping they were going to be subscribers. But what I'm going to do is I will keep your contact. And for February, no, we won't.
Yeah, we won't. No.
But we will get in touch for October. And if I will write to you. You tell me the date you want to come, and I will try to gather a group in Venice. It can also be July, but we have to talk together about dates, because you understand it's really an on-demand course. It's not a session that is pre-established.
Okay, yeah, but I just want to make sure that it is still possible. It is possible.
It is, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you
very much.
We have many teachers from Latvia coming. They always bring super gifts, actually.
Lithuania, but we are close. We are from
You're Lithuanian, okay.
Yeah, but we are close. We are neighbors, yeah. Okay, thank you.
You had
Can
questions.
I ask you a question?
Yes, here's someone else. Where are you? Maria.
I am, from Portugal. So I'm retired. I've been not art teacher, but a teacher for art history in an university. And I worked during 30 years as the person who was directing the education department in the main museum in Lisbon. I don't work anymore, so I don't think I could propose to have Erasmus, but I still do teacher training. So I would like to know, if I can afford paying everything, if I could come in October or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. we have to see, you have to see with Portuguese national agency if as an educator for teacher training, you can have an adult mobility funding.
As I don't work anymore, as I'm retired, I don't think they will.
Yeah. It can be, we never had this case scenario, but I hope as you still
No,
work.
that I can imagine, because people, when they retire, they don't work anymore. But I
but
go
you
on
do.
doing teacher training
Sure.
in a museum here in Lisbon.
Okay. You have to see what kind, also maybe some government funding or regional funding. I have no idea for that, but absolutely, coming will be very useful for us.
No, I'll be very pleased, but I don't think they would. But okay, if I can afford paying it, but how many months before I have to subscribe and pay? Because I don't think I could go, because exactly now I'm having teacher trainings, and I'll have during the whole month of September cultural tours through Portugal. I do with an Australian cultural agency, so I'm not free, but in October I could come, but I want to know how to pay and all these things.
Yeah, so we ask you to pay at latest 1 month before you come, but the pre-registration can be made. Now I'm taking registrations for October 2024, so the pre-registration.
Okay. No, and in September is quite good to 1 month to pay. And another thing I would like to ask. So where do we stay? Where do we sleep? Is there a hotel or something like that?
We had that question now in the chat too. So accommodation and travel are at your responsibility as an organization.
Of course.
We give advices, because we have been working with, we have more or less 400 teachers who come every year to our training, and we have locations where to suggest to come walking to the training center. We are in all.
Oh, that's great.
We are absolutely central in a center in Venice, where in the historical center. So
I have been once in Venice, but 40 years ago.
Well, it's still the same.
It's the same.
It hasn't changed.
I just arrived from Florence now.
Ah, super. No,
Yeah,
it's a way. I think it's the best way to see the city, to come and study here for a week, of course.
No, I would be very, very pleased, and I would love to join. But
I will write you if you don't have it. Here is my email, so I'm available also for a call in mornings all week long. So you can write to me, or we can have a phone.
I will. Is there your email on view? I don't see it.
Yes, I just shared it on the chat. It's teacher.
Okay, it's teacher. So it just disappeared.
Yes, it's teachers@eca.art.
Could you put it again?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I thank you.
Okay, and it is also on the PDF of the step-by-step, or on every page of our website that you can find.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So see you soon. And wait, so I have to catch up the questions. These are all questions, Mario?
We've done this.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
already responded.
We done on this.
And the course is, of course, in English or in French.
So the courses can be done are in English, French, and Italian.
No, Italian, I'm sorry that I don't. But in French, I would rather do it in French, yes.
Super. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Obrigada. Allora.
De nada.
What other questions? So sorry, we have a whole here. There are any courses connected with STEM, game-based learning, project-based learning, and ecological learning? Do you want to answer this?
I don't know this.
No,
one.
yes, okay. STEM, yes, but STEM with an A, that means with arts in it. Esatto, STEAM. It's a rule of pedagogical inclusion of arts in school. Game, Well, in digital course, yes. In some, actually, we have one trainer that works with the game-based, but it's, I wouldn't call it really game. It is, come si dice, collaborative.
Collaborative.
I don't know if you do workshop about that.
We do.
Yeah, but we have the two French trainers work on collaborative art, because one of our basic topic is no one is creative by himself. You always need a friend to be creative together. So everything creative is done as a team. So if by game you mean team, yes. If you mean
I also mean team.
Yeah?
I also mean team as well.
Super. Okay. Project-based learning, yes, absolutely. Ecological, yes, because every time we work with Biennale, everything is about ecology. So sustainability is really a topic. I didn't talk about it, but of course it's a topic that comes up every time.
May I ask something?
Yes, please.
Because I didn't see a course about ecological education or project-based only about art. Are there any chances in the future to put new courses exactly about ecological education and project-based learning?
For the moment, we do not want to enlarge our portfolio because we are kind of a niche of creative pedagogy learning. There are many Erasmus Plus centers who do a little bit of everything, but we decided not to. But nonetheless, ecology is in the center of our methodology. Okay, so for the moment, no new course on that specific topic coming, but ecology is very present in all our courses. May I, did I
We also
answer?
have Michaela.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome. Michaela, can we, Michelle?
Michelle.
Okay, hello, good evening.
Oh, hello.
Can you explain a little bit more about what is going on through the week when we are or when we would be in Amsterdam?
Yes, I was very quick on that.
Yes.
We begin on Monday morning with a museum visit. Normally, we do Rijksmuseum and Van Gogh Museum, but it can vary if there are interesting exhibitions in other museums. So Monday morning, a museum. Monday afternoon, you meet your trainer and you do a creative pedagogy lab based on storytelling with him or her. We have two. Tuesday morning, another museum. So that is or Van Gogh or Stedelijk or one other museum of the center of the city. And also storytelling labs related, as Alan said, we like to start with you, ice-breaking exercise, presentation of you and your issues in the classroom, and then go on your classroom and your particular project. So Tuesday afternoon, labs in our center with our trainer. Wednesday, you go outside and you do something as a workshop with this storytelling about talking of art and creativity. Then starts the second part of the week after normally Wednesday after. It's an example schedule I give you, but normally Wednesday afternoon is free, and Thursday and Friday is all focused on improv theater with a conclusion of how to bring your project into the things you learned into the classrooms with theater and storytelling. Saturday morning, you go to another museum that we choose because there is something interesting going on. On Friday night, that is worth for all, I forgot that, for all training, we give you a certificate of attendance that you have to give back to Erasmus if you came with Erasmus. And we do a very nice cocktail of a goodbye. That's on Friday evening. And so that Saturday you can go to this last museum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did we forget something writing? This we did. If we could have, I think we answered everything.
I am just
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I joined a bit late. I was a bit, I got the time wrong. I'm interested in the Barcelona trip, and I was just wondering, what's the process? What do we do next?
Yes, does your school have Erasmus Plus already?
No, like, does not. This is our first year doing it, and
Great. So yeah, this meeting is for that purpose because you still have 1 month to submit to an application for Erasmus Plus. So I shared, do you see the documents attached in the chat, or I will share it again? It doesn't, I think I showed it to only one. Okay, like this. Okay, so I think first step, because it's a bit late now, we have the French presentation in 4 minutes.
oh, no worries. I'll just take that. If there's anything I can save information wise.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So do you see in the chat the PDF I just shared?
Yeah.
It's called ECA Step-by-Step Guide.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, then we will answer for creativity for foreign language teachers. So as you see, this step-by-step guide. So first step, you open it, you go to the first link to your national agency, and you say, I would like to submit an Erasmus Plus with my group of colleagues before 20th of February. Can you help me with that? I would like to go on a training in Barcelona with ECA. Then you open the second link to do a login with your school and actually submit the form. You read through our step-by-step guide and you will see it's very simple. You just have to put information about the issue your school has, so it needs training.
Okay.
And but you know what? Before that, what we will do is that you can write me an email and I will send you the recording of this meeting. So you don't.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll send you my email. Will I put it in the group or will I just email it?
I'm going to put it here. It's in the step-by-step guide anyway. Did you download the step-by-step guide?
I have, yeah.
Okay. So here is my sorry, I'll do it quick. Sorry. So a course I didn't speak a lot about is for language teachers. Why do we do them specific? Because we had many demands from language teachers, and we work with a specialist of teaching languages through art that is called, he is called Adam Evans and lives in Venice. Adam is our trainer here, and this course is basically the same thing that we do for all teachers, but for teaching language. So we teach teachers to be creative and to use visual arts in their teaching of language. The methodology is called VTS, Visual Thinking Strategies. It is something a bit similar to CLIL, but only with visual arts. Maybe if you know CLIL, integrated learning. Okay, so we are going to leave you now. I have one question. Does it have to be a group of colleagues or is it possible, Sam? Yes, you can subscribe and register just for one teacher. Absolutely. I'm going to leave you, but please write me an email. I am available every morning from 9 to 1 to talk on the phone, on Zoom, or if you have colleagues, we can organize a team meeting for you. And voila. I say bye.
Yeah, I say bye.
Alan says bye. Marion says bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Excuse me, I have a question. Can we stay for the French one? Is it the same link?
Yes, you can stay.
Thank you.
Bye, thank
Merci.
you. Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, lads, I'm finding it hard to open that thing. What's her email again? Can't find it. Anyone?
Bye.
Bye.
Bonsoir.
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 Bonsoir.